रिकॉर्डिंग पे डाल के रखो।
हाँ, रिकॉर्डिंग में डाल के रखो। नेट अगर मोबाइल में है ना डाउन हो तो बाद में अपन अपलोड तो कर सकते
अपलोड कर सकते हो। पहले चालू हुआ देखो। ठीक।
स्पीड तो अच्छा आ रहा है। स्पीड अच्छा आ रहा है।
अगर ऐसा लगेगा तो रिकॉर्डिंग पे डाल सकते हैं।
वो पब्लिक है ना, निकलेगा नहीं। थोड़ा अंदर जाओगे ना तो अपने आप निकल जाएगा वो।
कौन सा अपना लिंक है जो
मौका 360
स्कोर अभी अपडेट तुम्हारे ऐप से होगा।
वो बाद में जब चालू होगा मैं रिप्लेस कर दूँगा।
ठीक है, चालू हो गया कैमरा। क्या चालू हो गया इधर? पब्लिक इतनी ग्राउंड में बोले चालू हो गया। किधर भी लाइट चालू कर दो।
एक बार बैट्समैन जाएगा ना कोई और
चालू हो गया,
नहीं निकलेगा।
लाइट चालू हो गई। उसको क्या करके लाइव चालू बने?
नहीं ठीक है ना।
ऐड डाल दो अपना ब्लीच का। देने का था।
ये सेटअप तो हो गया आपका। इसका क्रिकेट का कोशिश करता रहता हूँ। अंकित स्कोरिंग का ऐड किया सब प्लेयर्स को मैंने। कौन स्कोरिंग में देख लेता हूँ।
कोई अपना इटर्नल
वर्सेस मैशेस है। अभी सिलेक्ट कर ले नाम वाम तो जब होता है ना क्रिकेट देखो डाउन है। नसीब मेरा सॉफ्टवेयर
डाउन है वो मोबाइल के सर्वर इसलिए लोड।
ऐसा कुछ नहीं। अरे इतने बार किया हम लोग खुद लाइव करते हैं। मैंने इसके लिए मेरा वो बना के रखा है
नेट याद आ
नहीं जाएगा वो अपना कनेक्ट करेगा। ये जब तक आ गया कम हो गया। वो एक डोंगल आ रहा है तब तक ये मोबाइल का है हो जाएगा वो सेटअप।
रिकॉर्डिंग पे डाल।
रिकॉर्डिंग में डाल के रखो सेफ्टी के लिए। अंकित तो हॉटस्पॉट लिया नहीं ना इसका?
नहीं,
इसका लेना।
रिकॉर्डिंग रहेगा तो डाउनलोड कर सकते
हाँ वो एक डोंगल लेके आ रहा है।
मैं ईयर फाइबर लेने का एयरटेल का, लेकिन नहीं
पर वो लेके कैसे जाएगा सब जगह?
ईयर फाइबर
लेके आ सकते हैं।
सिस्टम आया है इतना डब्बा
अच्छा
साथ में लेने का बहुत बार
मैं ले लेता हूँ। हम लोग
मेरे
भी
को
ले
नहीं
लेते
मिल
हैं।
रहा है सर, अवेलेबल ही नहीं है।
नहीं हम लोग का एक आदमी एयरटेल में काम करता है सेल्स वाला है वो।
मेरे को चाहिए।
हाँ वो करा देगा।
मेरे को जब
वो अच्छे पोजीशन में
एक नंबर 8,000 रुपये में।
हाँ वो करा देगा।
देखो तो मेरे को भी बोलो। वॉइस बंद कर दो ना।
हेलो 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 हेलो, तुम्हारा नेट नहीं चल रहा? हेलो 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 हेलो
बोलो सर, ये आपका है? ये देखो, ये बंद करके रखा है।
Hello and good morning, everybody. Today it's a Super Sunday, and we've got a match between Smashers versus Eternals at the Kharjim Khana. And Smashers, just to give you a summary of the toss, Smashers, they've won the toss. They've elected to bat first on a wicket that looks slightly on the greener side. So that's a brave decision, I would say, by the captain, Arshad. So the team is ready, and then all I can see is a little bit of crowd on the side. So here we go for the first ball, left arm pace, slightly wideish delivery to start off with, and that's being given a wide. So he just needs to open himself up. This is the bowler Vyom Mehta. A bit of warm up, a bit of looseners, and then he can certainly get going. That's the second ball. Again, that was dying on the keeper. That's again a wide. Two wide deliveries to start off with. He just got to ensure that he is bowling stump to stump and not trying to do anything else. Needs to warm up a bit. On his third attempt for the first legitimate delivery, and that's where he gets it right. That was a much better delivery by Vyom Mehta. He was bowled in the good area, and then he's ensuring the wicket does a bit. It's a slip to start off with. The fielder at point covers mid off. It's again slightly short in length, but then no damage done on this occasion. Batsman Shan needs to capitalize. Deliveries are pretty loose. It's a 30-over game. You have to ensure they're not losing any wicket for the first 10 overs. Not to worry too much about the scoring rate, and then later on they can capitalize. There was slightly a pitch in the air, but first runs of the bat. So Team Smashers and Shan are on their way with the bat. It's a left-hand, right-hand combination. So that means Eternals will have to constantly keep changing their field. And on strike is Captain Arshad at the moment, taking his guard. For him, I would suggest the field looks like there's a keeper, a fielder at slip, third man, point, extra covers, mid-off. The fielder at mid-on as well. Oh, that was Apish, but in the air, driven beautifully through the covers. First boundary of the day, and Shan is off. Arshad is off to a glorious start. That is a lovely boundary. That was Apish, but that was in the gap. Another one. With his intent, it certainly looks like Arshad is not going to show any mercy on the bowlers. He wanted to cut this one as well. But then no damage done on this occasion. Ball number 3, and that was beautifully bowled. Arshad was in two minds whether to go forward or to go on the back foot, but then ensured his feet didn't move even one bit. And with that dot ball, it's the end of the first over. And the scoreboard reads 4 for no loss.
अंकित एक बाउंड्री गया था, डाला था बाउंड्री.
The new bowler for the Eternals is a right arm medium pace bowler.
बॉलर नेम.
And the bowler starting from the pavilion end would be Bhavesh. That's a dot ball, a very good start for him. All he needs to do is ensure he's keeping some balls tight, not giving the batter any width on the offside, because the boundary on the offside is relatively very small. That's a full toss, and fortunately for the bowler, it was straight into the hands of the fielder at mid-off. He should consider himself lucky, extremely lucky.
ओटीपी मंगवाना, आपका ओटीपी मंगवाना. मेरा नंबर, आपका नंबर यही है.
ये 7
Dharmil Mehta is the bowler. Oh, there's a good delivery there. Would have been a chance. Oh, he's bowling pretty well. Stump to stump. That is exactly what he needs to do. Because if the batter commits a mistake, he'll get the reward for his accuracy. And this is the perfect thing that Dharmil should be doing. And again, right on the money. He's making the batter play. And especially with the new ball, you just have to do it. Make the batsman play, make him make that false mistake, and in the end, you will be paid for the Hello? 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 अच्छा भाई मेरे को कॉल किया चालू नहीं है क्या? ये क्या अभी वीडियो कॉल कर रहे हो? It is Vyom back into the attack. And he gets his wicket off stump. As I just mentioned earlier, you just have to be consistent with your lines and lengths and wait for the batter to commit that crime. And he's been rewarded. So Captain Arshad departs. After the first boundary that he hit, I thought we are up for a good show today. But then Vyom had another plans for Captain Arshad. He gets his man. And now the batter at number 3 is Chintan. Another right-hander replacing a right-hander. Arshad's departed. Chintan's come in. And now what Chintan needs to do is he has to give a bit of time to himself. Ensure he stays on the wicket. Runs will come by. It's important to see what approach Vyom has got for Chintan. Again, he's now found his rhythm. Much better than what he bowled in the first over. He's being accurate with his lines and his lengths, making the batter play. Very important, especially with that new ball. So Chintan, who's just walked into bat, has played 25 games and he's got a healthy average as well. Mehta yet again. Slightly on the leg side, quite easy for Chintan. That was a free gift. And Chintan gets his boundary on the second ball that he faces. Strike rate of 200 at the moment. Vyom needs to ensure he is bowling the off stump channel, maybe the fourth stump channel. Because anything on the leg side, on the pads, is a free gift. As I've mentioned, the boundary on the leg side is relatively very small. This time, it's a lot fuller length. No damage done on this occasion. The scoreboard for Smashers is all ones. 11 for 1 wicket in 2.4 at the moment. Oh, that was slightly pitching outside leg is what I could make of. His body is warmed up now and it is quite evident with the way he's bowling at the moment. He's struggling to find his line, his length in the first over, but now he's much better as a bowler. Probably lost his run up a bit. There could have been a chance of a bye, but declined. Both the batters rejected that. And with that, it's the end of the third over. The scoreboard is 11 for 1. Tharmil Mehta back into the attack, who's bowled a maiden first over. And the mantra to that maiden was his bowling all in proper areas. Slightly full, that was a full toss, I beg your pardon, and that is a boundary. A free gift when he's erred with the lines, with the lengths. He's had to pay a price for it. And Shan accepted that offer quite gleefully. This was good batting by Shan. On the pads, flicked it beautifully. Another foolish delivery, but no run on that occasion. This was much better, asking the batter to drive and in that process looking for an edge that can go either to the keeper or the slip who's waiting there. Jersey number 18 at the slip cordon. Oh, again, it's a good delivery, right on the money. Dharmil's action reminds me a lot about one of India's star bowlers, Munaf Patel. good bit of run in there, and then that action, that release, a bit like Manaf. Oh, that was beautifully bowled again, but that is BLIEZ, and 4 runs given. I reckon that was off the bat and not BLIEZ. Sloppy work by the wicket keeper out there. And what it does is it only spoils the figure of the bowlers. The ball was dying on him. No two thoughts about it. But that should have been stopped. Or what the wicket keeper can do on this occasion is maybe stand a couple of steps closer, because there is not a lot of pace, not a lot of bounce on offer, and couple of edges like the one on the previous delivery could carry, and then eventually they can get the second wicket as well very soon. 4 gone, Smashers 19 for 1. Mehta back into the attack, bowling his 3rd over. A wicket in the previous over should give him a lot of confidence. Chintan is on strike. Again, his odd in his line and his length. It was way too full, way too wide. He's scoring at a run rate of 5 per over. Chintan decides to leave a delivery that was on the good length, probably moving away from him. But then it is very important for the keeper to stand couple of steps ahead. The ball is not carrying to him. Again, the same thing that he did on the first attempt of this over. A fuller delivery and a wide one as well. Much better on this occasion. Bowled the 4th stump line, making the batsman play. Slower one, and that's been given. As I've said, you bowl in the right areas, you bowl stump to stump, you will be rewarded for the batters that err in their shot selection. And Chintan, Vyom, gets his another wicket. That was trapped in front. Umpire's raised his finger. Vyom's got to be a happy man. In his 3rd, he's got 2. 21 for 2 in 4.3. And the new man in at number 4 is Kuvar. who is replacing Chintan. Both the right-handers being dismissed, both by a left-arm pacer, Vyom. In walks Kuvar. Stats दिखाओ इसका. At number 4. Captain Sahil would be a happy man for the Eternals. He's already got 2 in less than 5 overs. If maybe he could get another couple of wickets before the 10th over, I think that should be a good start and a happy start for them as well. Oh, that was beautifully defended by Kuvar. I love that defense. And the noise, sound it made of the bat when it connected with the ball, soothing to the ears. Everybody loves to hear that sound. A ball hitting the middle of the bat. Oh, that's a beautiful square drive. This was through the gap this time. Kuvar gets his boundary. He certainly looks to be a man for the day. Couple of deliveries that he's faced, he's middled both of them, and with great authority, he has smashed one through the square boundary. He gets 4. You do get value for your shots on grounds which are individual grounds, where not many matches are being played simultaneously, not the Maidan cricket. You see, it's a lovely outfield as well, quite green. There's no other matches that are going on. And then all you have to do is make sure you time the ball beautifully in the gaps, and they'll just run away. Smaller boundaries as well. And Kuvar decides to leave this one, but the keeper leaves it as well. And that is wide and 4. At this point in time, I certainly feel that they should have a fielder who's at slips somewhere at the boundary behind the keeper as well, to protect that extra BLIEZ going. It does happen if you're playing after a very long time. Your body is a lot more rusty. Deliveries that are below your knee, it's not very easy to keep on. Like I said, the ball is not carrying to the wicket keeper. Maybe should stand a little bit closer. At the end of 5, Smashers 30 for 2. Thermal back into the attack. Continuing from the same Jimkhana end, it's a single wicket match where the bowlers are bowling from just one end. This is primarily to ensure that they are saving a lot of time. Shan has to hold the fort at one end. That was a full toss, a gift, and Shan accepts the gift gleefully. Whenever Thermal has bowled a full toss, Shan has thanked him with his whole heart. 2 full tosses to him, smashed for boundaries on both the occasions. and that is a wide. Slowly and steadily, so the Smashers are scoring runs at a better pace than what they started off with. The fielder on the offside of lefty Shan they have to ensure that they are really on their toes, because the boundary is very small and anything in the gap might result in a boundary, because 2 runs over there looks very highly improbable. Another dot ball. Oh no, they have taken a single. This is good running. They latched onto an opportunity. I would say they created one. There's Kuar back on strike after the batters crossed. The couple of shots that he's played, they've been really impressive. One solid front foot defense and a beautiful looking square drive. His bat is making lovely sound today, middling all the balls that he's faced. ये जो अपन वीडियो देख रहे हैं उसमें जो बैट का आवाज़ आ रहा है वो भी दिखता है क्या? वो सुनाई देता है क्या? This time at the square boundary on the offside. This is lovely batting by Kuar. He's batting beautifully. That's another wide. The case between Vyom and Dharmil is chalk and cheese. The initial overs, Dharmil was bowling all tight lines and lengths. Now he's erring in his line and length. And it was exactly the opposite with Vyom. He was a bit rusty in his initial first over. And then, as soon as he found his rhythm, he got his wickets as well. Nice run. वीडियो लगा था इधर ही जो है ना इधर आवाज़ सुनाई देता है क्या इसमें? The new bowler is Whippin. Let me remind you, to the viewers who have joined lately, Smashers have won the toss and they've elected to bat first. They've lost a couple of wickets as well, but that was slightly on the leg side, and Shan, any gift, as I've said earlier, is being offered to Shan. He is accepting it. That was a beautiful looking flick shot with the fielder at fine leg inside the circle. There was always going to be a boundary. Whippen starts with a loose delivery, gives a freebie, and then nobody wants to miss out on freebies. Not an ideal start for him. And again. We'll have to wait and watch. Yes, the umpire signals it as a leg bye. It's a beautiful weather to play cricket. It's the month of January morning. It's a Sunday. People loving their sport, waking up early on a Sunday morning, coming to play the sport that they love the most. So fascinating to see that. And here is Kuvar. That was a beautifully bowled Yorker, but Kuvar somehow manages to dig it in and get a single. But sloppy work by the fielder allowed him to take a single. Another Yorker. He's found his rhythm
The fielder on the offside of
very quickly.
Sean they have to ensure that they're really on their toes because the boundary is very small. Anything in the gap might result in a boundary. Because 2 runs over there looks highly
There's a bit of bat on it as well, is what it looks from here, but the umpire suggesting it was going down the leg.
It's good running. That's not an opportunity created, rather I would say they created one. That's cool. Back on strike after the batters lost.
And flicked beautifully this time for a single by Shan. So the fielders are out on the boundary now,
A couple of shots that he's played.
sensing that Shan is flicking some shots beautifully.
Solid front foot defense.
This is a very crucial partnership from the perspective of the smashers. Shan, who's now well set, and then there is Kuvar, who's timing the ball beautifully. And fourth bowler now being used in the form of Devang, jersey number 26. It's a spinner, so spin being brought into the attack in the 8th over. As I can see, all the fielders on the boundary line straight away. It's a very small ground. Fielders inside the circle are the one at square leg, short fine leg, and the fielder at third man being brought in to short third. The rest all on the boundary line. Starts with a slower one, starts with a loosener. He gets a single. That was good backup, but the fielder at was at square leg. And now for Kuvar, the fielder at cover's been brought in. Point is in. And fielder at short third as well. The boundaries on the leg side are very small. That was a full toss, and Kuvar sweeps really well. Devang needs to find his spot, his line, his length. Again, those on the leg side, but a sloppy work by the fielder. Extremely sloppy work. That should have been stopped. Boundaries like this are certainly not going to encourage the bowler even one bit. They need to help the bowlers, especially on grounds that are very small. The slightest of the missed times can go for a 6 or a boundary. And then Devang comes back with a delivery that got Kuvar yorked. Make that third boundary in this over. There is very little that Devang can do. Boundaries are easy to come by on this ground where the boundaries are not more than 40 meters. He's changed his side, he's changed his angle. Oh, that was beautifully struck by Kuvar. Through the offside this time. And he's got going now. He's certainly seeing the ball like a football. He's already off 19 of 11. Arshan is on 20 of 24. It's a partnership that the Smashers needed. And it's the partnership that can take them to a greater score. At the end of 8 overs, it was 60 for 2. And Vipin bowling his second over. Oh, there was full and there was driven well. Kuvar is on the move now. We shouldn't be looking to waste any more time. The ball is coming nicely onto the bat. The boundaries are very small, so everything is in the favor of the batting team now. They need to bat for the next 10 to 12 overs at least. They need to bat sensibly, try and ensure they're not losing any wickets, but scoring at a rate close to 7.5 should be a good deal for Smashers. That was a single, that could have been a single which was denied. A slightly misfield by the fielder at mid-off as well though. But no damage done on that occasion. Tried to convert it to a full toss by stepping down the track was Arshan.
अगर नेट ऑफ हो गया ना कभी बस इसको ये ऑन कर दे बटन लगा के, ठीक है?
सिर्फ दबाने
हो गया था।
अच्छा,
इधर से वाईफाई हट गया था, इधर कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, इसको ऑन कर दे, ऑन हो जाएगा। कभी हैंग हुआ तो
Sahil back into the attack. Oh, that was hammered through the covers. No chance for the fielder whatsoever to stop it or to grab it directly. That was in the gap. And Kuvar is playing some shots today. Finding the middle of the bat. And I believe he has come only with the middle of the bat. No chance for the fielder whatsoever to stop it. This time on the onside. He gets a single. Kuvar's raced away to 39 in no time. Eternals somehow need to find a way to break this partnership, otherwise this game will be done and dusted within the blink of an eye. It's a 30-over game. The fielders would be tired when they come out to bat. And then they have to ensure they're batting throughout the 30 overs to get that score. But there was on the offside width offer. That's a beautiful lofted shot over covers for a 6. Harshan is certainly doing it in his style. He's seen enough of Kuvar hitting it from the other end. He says this time is my time to get some runs in boundaries. Lovely shot over covers this time by Harshan. That's a good comeback by Sahil, ensuring a dot ball. There was a pitch, but safe. Straight. There is generally no fielder right behind the bowler, and probably that is what saved Harshan. Not the most convincing of the shots, but then he was fortunate to get it in no man's land. Kuvar is really finding the middle of the bat, and I'm very impressed with the way he's batting. Not edging, not a little bit hesitant about his batting. A little bit of footwork as well. But then he knows how to score runs. And it's very important that during this middle phase, how you score runs. Because generally the fielders are not in the 30-yard circle. They are behind on the boundary line. And somehow you still need to find ways to score, and he's doing it quite beautifully. And Gaurav is back into the attack. Oh, that was a no ball. That was a no ball. Would you believe it? The stumps being dislodged, but there was a no ball, and the umpire's given it a free hit. ये दो टप्पा वो इसके लिए नहीं दिया गया? It was an illegitimate delivery because it bounced twice. This time he's tossed up, but the fielders dropped one. They got a single. The Eternals got to be very disciplined with their bowling. The kind of start they got, they failed to capitalize it. And that is where the smashers have had the upper hand. वीडियो में बात करना उसमें पीछे का भी बैकग्राउंड आ रहा है क्या? नहीं वीडियो में किया था ना। अच्छा है अगर आया Oh, this one, it just skidded on once after it pitched. But Kuar very smartly taking a single, going to the other end. Wanted to run an overthrow as well. Was all excited, all animated. Oh, the French cut, as they say. Inside edge. Not too far from the stumps. That was short. That was wide. It was there to be hit. But Shan failed to connect. But he connects beautifully this time. There's a chase for the fielder at sweeper cover, who loses this race. Shan with that boundary moves into the 40s now. He's 41 of 44 deliveries. Kuvar is already there, 140 of 29. At the end of 14 overs, smashers are 113 for 2. कितना ओवर है इसका? कितना ओवर चालू है? कितना ओवर चालू है इसका? वो डालेगा आगे। Devang Kothari brought back into the attack. He's slow, he's loopy. Maybe needs to drag back his length a little bit. Run rate is above 8 now. Another full toss, another single. Oh dear me. What should have been a single is now a boundary. The fielder Nikhil being the culprit over there. This is absolute sloppy work. At times I do feel for the bowlers as well. Me being a bowler myself. An off spinner. Like Devang, who's bowling at the moment. That was a wide. And Kuvar was so very alert that he really saw an opportunity and grabbed a quick single as well. It's very important to grab some singles as and when you see an opportunity. Oh, this one kept low. This one kept really low. So playing here on the back foot is going to be one suicidal movement. Play with the straight bat. Oh, that should have been a single. What's happening there? That really should have been a single. As I was talking, playing on wickets that have low bounce on offer, you should be using your front foot more often than not. Playing with the vertical bat. But this time, Kuvar sees the ball, Kuvar hits the ball as he's been doing beautifully through the covers for a boundary. Kuvar is on 45 of 33 deliveries. Arshan is just one run away from that half century. It's a lovely looking partnership that's being built. Arshad Merchant got out quickly, so did Chintan, but then came Kuvar, stitched a partnership with Shan, and ensuring smashers have gone way past 100 in only 15 overs. भाई ये लोग का पार्टनरशिप कितने का हो गया देखो हाँ
स्कोरर
पूछो ना Oh, that's been hammered. 6 straight up and over. Oh, that was a lovely looking lofted hit right behind the bowler. The sound that it made off the bat was quite thundering. And with that, Kuvar completes his half century. He is dealing in 4s and 6s. Kuvar completes a half century, and what a display it has been on a Sunday morning. Now it's an opportunity for his partner Shan to complete one as well. He's just one short of it. And let's see if he can do it on this delivery. भाई 50 हो गया उसका 50 हुआ Kuvar is asking for the scoreboard to be displayed, but I am certain that he does not know he's scored his 50 at the moment. It's a personal glory for him. It is Vyom, the bowler who bowled the first over, back into the attack from the opposite end.
गर्म हो गया इसके लिए बंद हो गया वो चार्जिंग को कंटिन्यू रखा था ना बस अगर ये बंद हुआ ना फिर ये चालू करके
Oh, that was driven beautifully right in his slot, and Noman says, I'll do the rest. Smashes one straight back past the bowler. The fielder at mid-off had very little chance to cut it off. And with that, at the end of 17 overs, the scoreboard reads 142 for 4. So Vyom's been asked to wait. It is Vipin who's been brought back into the attack. That was driven well by Shan though, but for no runs. I'm surprised, especially after Vyom picking up a wicket, he's been asked to wait. Or probably he's done with his quota. In the slot, but sloppy work is what is costing the Eternals big time, like I've mentioned time and again. A lot of misfielding is being happening here. Oh, lovely use of the wrists. Shan is just smashing his way to the boundaries and the sixes. Not affected by Kuar's wicket, with whom he had a great partnership. He's finding his way to score runs. And this time sliced over point. The ball is only going to spin away from the fielder at sweeper covers. 4 more to Shan. 4 more for the Smashers. The Eternals will have to bat the skins out. To get on the other side of the game. This time in the slot as well, but there was a fielder straight as compared to the conventional fielder at mid-on. Lovely looking drive by Noman, but it was straight to the fielder. No run on that occasion. And with that, 18 overs gone. It is 157 for 4. There's a change in bowling now. Nikhil comes into the attack. Right arm off spinner, and he appealed straight away. The umpire certainly has got on the plans. Full toss, and that's a 6. All the full tosses that are coming to Shan are just a gift, and he is finding ways to tonk them. The captain must inform the bowlers who are going to bowl the next overs. And with that, Shan departs. Nikhil bowls one on the stumps. Shan tries to sweep it, but in the process, misses it completely. But that was a well combined innings. He was the one who was primarily responsible for smashers reaching this far. A beautiful innings by Shan comes to an end. And with that, his teammates certainly applaud that. And the new man in at the moment is Amar, who's walked in. By the looks of it, looks quite a huge man. Should try and look to muscle the balls. But let's see what's in store for us. .164 for 5 are smashers. Well, that's a wide delivery. Amar wanted to chase one down the legs. Paying some tribute, some respect initially. He's new to the crease, but then he sees one full toss. His eyes lit up. Oh, but two fielders converging. None of them could grab this one. The keeper should have really taken this. With the gloves in his hand, this was always going to be a keeper's catch. They've just made a meal out of this one. Amar surely would have had his heart in his mouth for a brief while when the ball was in the air. And single on offer. Easy single. Oh, there's a terrible mix-up, and that is a run-out. That is a run-out. Amar is clearly dejected. But he goes without troubling the scorers, out for a duck. Yes, no, and then confusions like these, they certainly end up not the best of the results the batting team wants. But with that, smashers are 166 for 6, and the new man out for smashers is Sanjay. He makes his way to the middle. Is Sanjay. .166 for 6. Barring Shan and Hoover. And he goes for a first ball duck, Sanjay. The ball somehow finds a way between his legs. And what we are seeing is the wickets are falling like a pack of cards, one after the other. And as I was saying, barring Shan and Hoover, no batter has contributed to the score. This shows how important the partnership between Hoover and Shan was. They stood there in the middle, and then once they saw the ball like a football, they tried to capitalize. Sanjay as well goes without troubling the scorers, and the new man who is making his way out to the middle is Ravinder. Ravinder takes card and he seems ready to face his first ball. Not being given a wide. Ravinder seems a little dejected. Top edge. What is happening here? I am not willing to believe my eyes. The wickets are ideally falling like a pack of cards, as I mentioned. It was 166 for 4 initially, then 5th gone, 6th gone, 7th gone as well. And now you see the 8th one falling. The fielder at covers, Bhavesh, takes that catch quite comfortably. What is happening here? It's a 30-over game, but seems like they're all in a hurry to be back in the hut. Shravi is going to be the new man out in the middle for the Smashers. Only 2 players for the Smashers have been smashing the ball really well. Rest others, they've not contributed much. They have to ensure that at least they stick around for the remainder of the 10 overs. If they stick around for the remainder 10 overs, they could score somewhere around 35-40 runs, which would mean they'll cross that 200 figure mark. I certainly understand that it's the tail enders who are batting at the moment, but then runs will come by if you stay on the wicket. There would be a lot of extras, there would be a lot of misfields that will happen, certain edges will fly, boundaries are small. If you hit it in the gaps, you might get 4. Cricket is all about calculations and how well you prepare mentally. 20 gone, 166 for 8. And now the drink's being called. इसको बोलो We are back after the drinks break. At the end of 20 overs, the Smashers are 166 for 8. And to give you a bit of summary, Arshan scored a brilliant half century, and to support him was Kuvar, who scored a half century as well. And it is Nikhil who is bowling from the Car Gymkhana end. Short, but I'm surprised the batter didn't try and attack this one, because it was there to be hit. The ball is keeping low. Ideally, the batter should not try and look to play on the back foot. This time it's a wide and been given by the umpire as well. Dot delivery. Oh, that was too much of loop, and wide as well. Loop on offer again, but this time he's found his proper pitching. Oh, misfields. Misfields are only adding some salt to their wounds. It's a crime to be misfielding in the shortest format of the game, or rather in any form of the game. Good batters, they generally make the most of the opportunities that come their way. Again, a juicy full toss. This time saved by the fielder at covers. And Nikhil was fortunate on that occasion. 21 gone, 172 for 8. Some runs have come off late for the Smashers and something for them to cheer about. It is Devang who's back into the attack. He's conceded 39 runs in a spell, but he's picked up 2 wickets as well. And as I said, the ball is keeping low. It's not proving me any wrong. Stump to stump is what the bowlers must try to do. That was a half cracker, but he was lucky. The bowler was lucky because that would have certainly gone on the roads. That's a wide again.
स्ट्राइक पे बैट्समैन कौन है? शर्वी और दूसरा वो नुमान ना.
And again, the series of wides and no balls, they just continue to come by. was a good delivery. He changed his angle and then seemed like Shravi had no clue to that delivery, which straightened. And again, targeting the stumps. That was good work by the fielder, fielding it long off. Tumbled a bit, but what's more important is there was no misfielding. Another wide. Another one for them. That's been it straight over the bowler for a boundary. You hit straight and you get good value for your shots. Two fielders converging, none of them could stop. And with that, Smashers moving on to 181. Noman's got to do a bulk of scoring here now. He should look to keep the strike with himself because he is the recognized batter of the two. Beautifully tossed up delivery. But then the batters decide against taking that single. Sharvi has to give strike to Noman. He should somehow try and find a way to go to the other end of the pitch. Third delivery. Oh, I beg your pardon. They've taken a single. Bhai, tissue dena bola tissue. Oh, that's a big heave. But only a single. They should somehow try and get past the 200 mark. It's produced the edge of the batter, but to the fielder at point. Another lofted delivery. Another single by Shravi. He's got it going. It's Nikhil who's back into the attack now. Bowling slightly quick. Nikhil should be smart enough to understand that Shravi is a tail ender of the two. Try and bowl stump to stump. But then that is exactly what the Eternals didn't want. Give the strike back to Noman, who is the batter of the two. He's more of a recognized batter. That's a full toss. And that's to the right of the fielder at deep covers. Another boundary. The full tosses, as I said earlier, are being hammered for fours and for sixes as well. This time in the gap as well. But there's a fielder at deep sweeper on the offside. And gets a single. And for the last two balls, Noman decides to give strike back to Shravi.
Yeah. Sandwich hai na?
Oh. And Shravi finds a boundary.
इधर रहने दो रहने दो चलो
Full toss. Oh, there was a chance. Half a chance, I would say. There was a chance that they should have grabbed. 24 gone. Smashers are 195 for 8. It is Gaurav, who is back into the attack once again. I beg your pardon, the bowler is Dharmil once again. Starts off with a dot delivery. Good start for him. Single, which brings Noman back on strike. Both the batters have to ensure that they are there till the very end, but Noman tries to go aerial. The fielder at mid-off was in the circle. He sees his spot and smokes one over him, gets 4, and with that, Smashers have reached 200. The Smashers have reached 200 on the board. Extras, they're just the salt to the wound. Extras and the misfieldings. A beautifully deceived slower delivery. Seems like Noman had very little clue about it. Another slower delivery, another thickish outside edge. The ball is curving away from the fielder at point and deep sweeper. Naman will get a single, will bring Shravi on strike. One good thing is they've crossed the 200 figure mark. Now they should have small targets for themselves to score 20 runs more and then eventually take it to 240. Then maybe try and score 250 as well. 5 more overs left. Everything is possible. $25 gone. 202 for 8. This viewer moves back into the attack. Starts off with a dot ball. I'm really impressed how he's come back into the game after that very rusty looking first over. He's found his way. Slower one. Another single. Noman and Shravi are doing it very sensibly, ensuring that they're rotating the strikes, the singles are coming by, scoreboard is moving. And that is exactly what they should have been doing. Oh, lovely looking shot. Oh, it made a thundering sound indeed. But the fielder at covers was very swift to move across and stop this one. Slower one by Broom. He's picked up 3 wickets, conceding 26. Very impressive figures. That's a lovely looking leg glance. Oh, it was quite funny the way ball was fielded by Nikhil at deep square leg. He had to run a bit, and then it was as if the ball came towards him, latched on his laps. Dot ball. Under dot ball by Vipin. The mantra is simple: ball stump to stump. Inside edge. Huge inside edge that deflected and then went to the fielder at point. Sliced beautifully by Noman. The scoreboard is ticking, as I said. Oh, lovely looking drive by Shravi. But that was only a single. It was a good shot for just a run. He's bowling well, Vipin. He's just conceded 3 runs. And with that, 27 gone, 207 for 8 are smashers. The highlights of the innings being Arshan scoring 75, Kuwar scoring 51. And then Noman, who's batting at the moment, on 26, along with Shravi, who's giving him a steady partnership. Dharmel back into the attack. Oh, lovely flick. That's a boundary. Top shot by Shravi. Got his back leg up in the air and then white one over the vacant mid-wicket region. You do get value for your shots. It's a small outfield. You hit it over the fielder, it's a guaranteed boundary. You just have to time it. A slower one now. And a single of it as well. That's been knocked over. It was the middle stump. And with this, Noman's contribution comes to an end. He gets dismissed for 26. Dharmal was rewarded for consistent bowling. You miss, I hit, says Dharmal. And it's the last man making his way into the center. And that is Rahul, who is walking to the pavilion. A little over 2 overs remaining. Have to ensure they're playing all 30 overs. I could get them to somewhere close to 230, 240 mark. It's the last wicket that's batting at the moment. The intent from Dharmal is absolutely spot on target. You just have to bowl stump to maybe 2 or 3 good balls, and that should be it. He's mixing up his pace as well. 28 gone, 2-1-2 for 9. Devang into the attack once again. This one kept really low. Shravi got his bat down in time. This time takes the aerial route, but the fielder at mid wicket takes that catch. With that, Devang picks up his 3rd wicket. Shravi departs. And it's the end of the innings for Smashers, who have been bundled out for 212 runs. So the target for the Eternals would be 213 runs in 30 overs. And we'll have to wait and watch how the chase happens when it unfolds. Only 3 batters stood out for the Eternals. It was Kuwar, it was Arshan, and it was Noman. And then a bit of cameo in the end by Shravi. The rest got out quite cheaply.
बॉलिंग स्टैट्स दिखाओ जरा बॉलिंग स्टैट्स लगाओ उसको पूछ बॉलिंग स्टैट्स दिखा मेरे को जरा बॉलिंग स्टैट्स
Certainly the star for the Smashers in the bowling department was Vyom Mehta, who's picked up 3 wickets considering 26 runs in 5 overs. Then the off-spinner Devang Kothari, who was tad expensive with 48 runs in 5.2 overs, but he's picked up 3 wickets. And barring that, a wicket for Nikhil and a couple of wickets for opening bowler Dharmil as well. And here we are, waiting for the Eternals to begin their chase. They need 213 in 30 overs. And it's time for a quick change of innings. They need a partnership here to keep going. Rahul is all pumped up after that wicket now. He'll ensure I would want two. With that, another over done. Eternals 33 for 1.
हेलो
बोलो
कहाँ रे
spin being brought into the attack early in the innings. Oh, that was beautifully tossed, but again, yet another misfield. 4 through the covers. It is Kuvar who's the bowler. He is being treated the way he has treated the bowlers, with a boundary. Oh, this was a beautiful delivery. He batted really well. Now it's time for him to show his skills with the ball in hand. Again, a quick single by Manan. And Sujit reciprocated to it in quite some style. A lot of risk involved in playing on the back foot. The ones who are fielding, batting at the moment have seen it throughout their innings. The ball kept low, and to play on the back foot is quite suicidal. This time the ball swaying away a bit. This was in the air, but there's a fielder at deep covers. Only a single. With that, Kuvar's done with his share of bowling in this over.
स्कोर का क्या सीन हो रहा है
हॉटस्पॉट पे लिया
देखो जरा स्कोर मेरे को मालूम बेटा स्कोर क्या हो गया है इधर क्या बैठना करने
Bowled him, another Yorker, dismissing the Timbers. Shravi gets his man. It is Sujit who departs, and now they are staring at trouble. The Eternals. It's the same stage. The Eternals lost their couple of wickets quite quickly. The batter at number 4 stitched a partnership with the opener, and this time it's their captain Sahil who is walking out in the middle. He'll have to ensure sticking to the wicket is the key. And Sahil will have to play for the next 15 to 20 overs along with Manan. 39 for 2. It's a healthy score in terms of run rate, but wickets, that's the main problem. On the back foot, punched beautifully, and Sahil gets off the mark. Important not to waste any deliveries, and he makes sure he doesn't. Could have been a bye. That's a wide though. That's been signaled by the umpire. That had a bit of carry. Perfect channel by Shravi. Slate, let me remind you, the toss was won by Smashers and they elected to bat first after putting up a total of 212 on the board. They've asked the Eternals to make 213, but made sure that they've picked up 2 wickets as well. Oh, the inside edge. Chance for a single, no. The fielder at mid-on was slightly close, so that just eluded their chance of sneaking that quick single. Seven gone, 42 for 2 wickets. Back in the attack. Tossing the ball up in the air, but the fielder. That's another boundary. Another misfield. Needless to say. इधर का तो मेरे को दिख ही नहीं रहा, स्क्रीन का मेरे को समझा नहीं फील्डर है कि नहीं है इधर. And the fielder has now been swapped to mid-off. Captain Arshad earlier on the occasion. Oh, that was guided beautifully to the fielder at third man, but to no avail. That's another nicely tossed up deliveries. What do you say? On the back foot, quite a risky shot, but 8 gone, 47 for 2 are the Eternals, with Manan and Sahil in the middle. Shravi is back. Oh, that's a thickish edge for a single. He slashed hard, and the ball just flew off the bat. And this is generally what happens when you slash hard. Dot ball. And again, skipper trying to guide it to the third man region for a single, but the deliveries that are way too close to the ball to the body are a little risky as well, because you play on the back foot. If it hits you on the back leg, more often than not, the umpire will raise his finger. Another single, and with that, the scoreboard moves on to 53. Well, that's a busy region, I would say. Both these batters trying to ensure they're scoring runs by opening the face of the bat, and maybe now is the time when the captain gets one fielder from the mid-wicket region to maybe a gully, or maybe have a point and a backward point as well to stop that single and make the batter try something new. Nine gone, 54 it is, scoring at run a ball. Kuvar is back in the attack. They were slightly short, bit of width on offer.
हेलो बोल जल्दी बोल मैं करता हूँ तेरे को, रुक जा थोड़ी देर में करता हूँ ना फ़ोन। इधर मैंने चालू है।
Oh, beautifully tossed up. Sahil goes for the glory shot. He gets a single though. Rotates the strike. One good thing about this innings is they have ensured there are not too many dot balls. Another single. It's not a massive target that the Eternals are chasing. It's pretty much gettable, well within their reach. But wickets is the key, and how sensibly they play. It's all about the math. Oh, that's a big heave. That is a boundary. Beautiful strike. Goes straight, goes downtown, gets a boundary. That was a fearless shot. And they should get one quite comfortably off it as well. Which brings back the opener Manan on strike. And again, they should look for two. But that is excellent running. That is excellent running. At the end of 10 overs, it's 65 for 2. And also, time for drinks. पे 2 10 ओवर
टाइम बताना चाहिए ना तुम्हें टाइम क्या बताना 27
आ गया
12:40 में 12:45 मतलब 45 मिनट राइट टाइम है क्या वो मतलब टाइम चल रहा है ना हम लोग हाँ यही कर दी बता दे ये मोबाइल 65 10 ओवर वॉलेट से क्या करेगा उसे क्या अंपायर में देगा वॉलेट कैमरा पे आएगा रे टेन ओवर 65 आप उसकी 20 ले रहे हो मैंने कब ली आपने बोली नहीं क्या वेल बोले रवि पूछ ले इसको संजय भाई बॉलर नेम कभी नहीं रवि
So here we are post the drinks break, resuming the game. Ravinder, who's into the attack. Oh, he gets treated very badly by Sahil. First ball, boundary through the cover point region. Just opening the face of the bat a bit and the ball doing the rest. traveling as quickly as it can. Ball number 2 for him. That's when it down the ground for a single. And it is Manan who's back on strike after a quick drinks break. That was short, and that was it in the gap beautifully. He's hammered it through the covers region. He gets another boundary to his name. 4 more to the score of Eternals, and he's certainly upping the ante. Again, a beautifully disguised delivery. Slightly slower through the air. But no damage done on that occasion.
Upping the ante. That went down after a quick drinks break. That was short, and that was it in the gap. Beautiful. Hammered it through the covers region. He gets another.
And again, driven straight this time. They get a single. And with that single, the scoreboard is 76 for 2 at the loss of at the end of 12 overs, 11 overs. Another change in the bowling. It is the off spinner Ibrahim. Starts off with a full toss, but Sahil, oh, that was beautifully saved. Although he dropped a catch, but that was beautifully saved. I would take the positives out of this one. The ball was traveling at bullet speed. And that was just a single, what could have been ideally a 6. And with that single, Manan moves to his 50. He is doing what Shan did for the Smashers. Scored a 50. Tossed up delivery, slower through the air. Oh, keeping a bit low, but that would certainly not refrain the boys from taking that single. And they've swiftly moved on to 80 now. A good delivery that sneaked through to the keeper. Sahil goes all the way.
Good shot, Sahil. Awesome, Sahil.
That was it, straight like an arrow. And 12 gone. It's 84 for 2. The Eternals need another 129 runs in 18 overs. It is their game now. Captain of the Smashers, Arshad, seems a little clueless now at the moment. What sort of field to have, which bowler to introduce. The plan A is not working at the moment. Does he have a plan B or a plan C up his sleeve? We'll just have to wait and watch. This is quite an interesting field because I see nobody at fine leg, and if the bowler errs in his length or his length, it's a free gift. He has completely packed the offside, so which means he has to bowl. This is exactly what I was talking about. They should get easy 3, 1 for the throw, but no. They'll be content only with 2 runs, 2 leg byes. Manan would be kicking himself for not getting a bit of bat on it. A bit of bat would have ensured he'll get 2 more runs. Full toss. That's out on the road. This was a lovely hoik by Manan. Brilliant work. Full toss on the pads. He's ensured he's deposited it on the roads.
लेके जाओ कुछ मैसेज होगा तो मैसेज तो उधर ये सब करो मैंने बोला कि ब्रेक अगर बॉल जाएगा ना बाहर तुमको टाइम मिलता है ना तो वो सब टाइम पे कैपिटलाइज कर दे.
But then that is another boundary. It's a gift when you've got just 3 fielders on the ball on the legs. This is good batting by Manan. He's doing the bulk of the scoring for the Eternals. Manan is already on 61 of 39 deliveries, and Sahil is on 19 of 16. So it clearly shows Manan is that's a 6, and with that 6 the Eternals complete their 100 runs. It is 102 on the board for the Eternals. The shot was kind of an action replay of the previous 6 that he hit. Harshad is looking clueless. 13 overs, 102 for 2. In another 17, they need 111. And it's Ibrahim who's continuing. Oh, that was struck well on the back foot, but a slight misfield allowed them a single. On the legs and an easy single. Well. Sahil with a massive hit for a boundary. If Manan can do it, Sahil says he can do it too, and in some style. The Eternals are slowly and steadily taking the game away from the smasher. And this time he steps down. That is a 6. First 6 of the skipper's blade. This is the big strokes and getting the maximum results. This is the one. Oh, this time the reverse sweep fails to connect, but that, oh, yes, that was off the bat, and they've scored enough runs in this over. Last ball. They've already scored 16 of 5. And that was a dot ball to end the over though. With that, 14 gone, 118 for 2. The Eternals needing 95 in less than run a ball. Hoover from the other end. Third man region. Oh, that's a wide delivery. Slower through the air. But the Eternals would be content with just a single. I thought there could have been a chance of a second had they taken that first one real hard and real quick. But maybe it is Sahil who would want to go big on the off spinner. Was there a chance? It was a single though. This one was beautifully bowled.
Ankit bhai. ये वो गाय 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 अंदर
Oh, there's a stoppage in the play. We've got a cow as a spectator.
Cameraman, can you move to the guy? That guy, wonderful guy. The guy deserves something. थोड़ा पीछे उन्होंने लाल पहना है। लाल पहन के जा रहे थे मारेंगे अरे भाई वो इस्माइल की पिलर है ये डीएस स्कोर पे हम आ गए ना वो अनदर एनिमल कैमरा के
And we are back after a short break. The interruptions were caused due to a cow entering the field. That's not what you see on a daily basis. Oh, beautiful shot. Lofted it over, covers for a 6. The break is certainly not helping the cause of the smashers. Lovely lofted shot over, covers for a 6 by Manan. And now it is Sahil back on strike.